was going to say the 5 is in the post, but after that, it's 50. Whoa! I have this thing that I do before events that I'm still doing, which is nobody's going to come, and I have to get over it. I was teaching in the RDS, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Megan was there, and I actually brought out my inner child to the audience. You know, you could just pretend she's here. And I said, audience, I want you to meet my inner child. She doesn't believe people are going to show up. Inner child, look. They're all here. Okay, you are loved and cared for. So that really helped me, because it's all about me. Now, this book, I'm going to get one off the shelf. This book to me is actually the second book I've written. I've written 4 books. And so to see it actually come into form is huge. I think the first time I held them, when I was at home with my husband, I felt myself leave my body. I said, no, get back. Divine timing is not always our timing. I was ready for this book to come out, I think 3 years ago, and it's only coming out now because I think consciousness has raised and people are ready for this. It's brand new, it's amazing. And when I'm thinking about the date of the book launch, I mean, Brian just told me that it's not available anywhere else until next week. Not any other bookshop in Ireland, here. And one of the first things that I wanted to do when I saw myself having an international platform was ground myself in Ireland and go to the land and go, okay, I've never felt part of Ireland, and I want to, you know, will you have me? And it's like the land's like, we were waiting for you all your whole life to come. So to be able to launch this book, which I believe is going to be really important for many people because it's brand new. To have the launch now tonight in Ireland before anybody else, to have this in Grafton Street, I mean, where I was in college in Trinity, I'd be walking up and down all the time. To see this in the window is huge, and all the right people are here, and putting it with power and sending it out with love. But when they said to me the 31st of March, or the 10th of May, because builders are coming in, I picked the 31st of March. It was like the universe was conspiring to have this on the day that my grandmother would have turned 100 if she'd still been alive. And my grandmother, my father's mother, was one of my greatest teachers. And there's a saying that she always had, which is, do the right thing and nobody could say you did the wrong thing. And you're all nodding your heads. But I'm putting a twist on this. Because when we Irish people hear the saying, do the right thing, and nobody can say you did the wrong thing, we're doing it from over there. We're saying, well, they think I should do this, and they think I should, I'll do it because they think I should do this. So my spin on it is do the right thing for yourself, so because you know that you did the right thing. Because doing things for other people is disempowering all the time, and what I've really learned from the work that I've done is when your glass is full, just pretend. You can give to everybody in the room and you have some for yourself, but when it's empty, when there's nothing, you can't. And people are made to give, but they're not made to honor themselves. So doing the right thing so that you know you've done the right thing is what I'm trying to teach people in all the work that I do. By able to say to your good friends, do you know what, I'm not really up to meeting you for lunch today. Can we do it tomorrow? And knowing that they're not going to go, oh, she doesn't love me anymore. She doesn't, because you have that relationship of integrity and authenticity, and you radiate that out from your core. There's some difficult bits in the work. Difficult bits because we all have wardrobes, we all have skeletons in the closet, you know. But I say you don't need to parade these out to the world, but you need to know that they're there for yourself. Are you brave enough to look? You know, and we can heal with the magic of energy healing anything that's in that wardrobe, so that it's like the Harry Potter, the scary monster runs out, it actually runs out as a teddy bear. But it still exists, but it's not so scary anymore. So being able to bring the magic in, to turn the scary monsters into teddy bears, you like that, do you? But then to know what that teddy bear was from. We don't have to unpick it and look through the fluff and see, oh, well, this must be because my dad did this, and this must be because my sister did this, and then the teacher said that. but to just go, I know you're there. And just like me bringing my inner child in here to you, who's like terrified that nobody loves her and she's going to be abandoned, to say, look, you're not abandoned. And when my Facebook posts reach so many people, and me and my son, for a while we were there in the car every morning, there was about 6 months where we were like, oh my gosh, we've just got 1,000 more people on the page, and how many more people are coming? People need this now. It's time now for this. So I just want to read a little bit from this, because I think the only way I could do the book launch last year was to say, it's the work coming through me and into this book. And it's about the book, it's not about me. But this kind of is me. This is my journey. They go very well together, by the way. But this is my journey. This is all the stuff I've learned. And I went out for lunch with one of my best friends, Robert, who's over there. And I said to him, I wrote this monster of a book. It's 160,000 words. And Hay House have given me a contract. And they want me to cut out 100,000 words. What am I going to do? And he says, write it again. So I sat down to write it again, and it came out word for word almost exactly the same. So I took my flensing knife to my Michelangelo statue. It was just so perfect, I couldn't change it. And I got away with more words. Okay, not 100,000 words extra. But you might notice that the font is actually smaller than some of their other books there. But yeah, so I'll read you a little bit from this, just so you can get a taste. And where are we now? From the introduction. I'm feeling like I want to ask, is there any questions? Because that's what I always Alright. And what I really like, actually, which I do want to say, is for the energy healing book, I'm saying all the time, get help, ask for help, don't be afraid to ask for help. And I know, Karen, you really appreciate this. I wrote a huge piece for the appendix, how to ask for help. You'll remember this. Don't stay with your psychotherapist if they've forgotten your mother's name after 6 months of dealing with work from your mother. Couldn't believe that happened. You know, if you're feeling scared when it comes time to go to your therapist, are you scared of the work that you're going to do with the therapist, or is the therapist not a good fit? Did you ever even take a few minutes to think about that? And Hay House came back to me and they said they'd never published anything like that. And I said, great, because I want it in this book as well. So, and they put it in this book as well. Okay, so I'll just read a bit from the introduction. One of the most common problems in the world today is stress. When we're stressed, our body creates cortisol, which helps us stay alert to handle the stress better. Being on red alert for long periods of time, however, makes us sick. And the way we live today, we're always on alert, so we're always having too much cortisol. It would sound simple, logical, and straightforward for us to just reduce the amount of stress we have in our lives, which would reduce the amount of cortisol, which would result in us feeling better. Most of the time, though, we don't even know what the causes of our stress are. And because we're constantly in a state of stress, we're actually not even aware of how stressed we are as well. So rather than create a book about stress, I prefer to talk about wellness, where wellness is the state of feeling well. Feeling well means good mental, physical, and spiritual health. Yes, spiritual too. When we feel well, we're happier and at peace with the world. We have more energy, creativity, and motivation. We thrive, and then we start to strive for things that are good for us and good for those around us too. Being well means having vibrant health, feeling we deserve good things in life. That's the coming from here and saying doing what's right for me as well as what's right for everybody else. And when something stressful does come along, because it does, it no longer happens to us, and it doesn't make us feel like a victim. It's just something that happens, and we bounce back from it more quickly because we are able to. Being well can dramatically improve the quality of our life and the lives of our family and the other people around us. It takes work to get well, however. It doesn't just happen because we want it to. So, thank you again. Anybody who's ever worked with me knows I'm direct and to the point, and that a lot of the causes of stress are ourselves. So if I can teach people to stop stressing themselves out so much through this book, then I've done my job. And it's just so wonderful to have you here, and I just want to thank you all again. And